that was on our news bulletin. And someone is saying, Denise, I have not seen a lot, so don't worry, you will get your alert. I'm suspecting you're my winner from last week. Don't worry, it's Tuesday. I told you to be patient. I think I established that already. It's Mago, the Yorubas call it nice but seems wickedly. Someone says Mago. Okay, thank you all so much. So where is that stuff? I found it. So read along with me. Where is it now? I thought I saved it. Oh, I didn't. Okay, so this is the story. Yeah, a lady was openly asking someone to tag someone on her behalf on Twitter. Apparently, she was desiring a married man. And in her words, she did not mind becoming a second wife. So it was well established that this particular guy on Twitter is married and with children. But then she says she likes him. Tag him for me. Tell him that I'm a 26-year-old sociology student of Bell University and I absolutely am attracted to him and I do not mind becoming a second wife. Okay? Now, that one happened. On Saturday, I did put out a picture on my status. Someone was celebrating her birthday. And then surprisingly, one of my contacts, who is a married man, it sounds funny now that I'm saying it, but trust me, it wasn't funny that day. Where is it? The person replied, why I am very early, and was, sharing the teary emoji. That's what they call it. Good. And I said, waiting for happen. And I sent that rolling eyes emoji to him. And he said, tell her I said, if she ever thinks about a divorce, I'll do same and elope with her. She's wearing a wedding, not a wedding ring. She's wearing a ring on her wedding ring finger. Or, something like that. I said, she isn't married though. And then he says, give me her number. I wanted to follow this conversation through. And I asked why. And he says, I want to ask her out. No fair. I said, you say? He said, tell her I want to be her friend. Oh. And also tell her that I am married. And I said, sorry, you have jam rock. Cannot happen. And then he said, okay, respected. But it was the audacity for me. It was the fact that, hello, everybody knows you're married. So if I put 10 girls' pictures on my status or 10 ladies' pictures on my status and you find them attractive, and let us assume I wanted to play along, it simply means that you cannot all respect, like even if she was married, it means that, even if she was married and I probably had given him the number, they probably, I don't know, but I think you understand where I'm coming from. Now it gets messier. Man, that's what he said, her landlord attacked not just her, but also her husband, Machete, for refusing his love advances. Showing her head injuries and a cut on her husband's hand, Mrs. Wadi tells newsmen that the incident happened at Equinoria Street in Malvidio, Port Harcourt, on May 15th. She said the police have arrested the landlord, who initially fled after the attacks. Mrs. Wagadi is now demanding justice on the matter. So first of all, she's a married woman. She's your tenant. So it's not like if she told you I'm married, you will say it's not true. She's your tenant. You know her, you know your husband. Now let's assume this story is anything to go by. If it is 100% true, why go about attacking her husband because she clearly refused? I'm asking, what is behind this seemingly increasing audacious romantic advances at married individuals in this day and time? Let's talk. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. Again, 0817 923 0003. I have to confirm that We're live on X and also on Facebook. Before I read out the social media handles. In the meantime, you can send us a WhatsApp message on 0809 0306416. A call screener is in standby to take your calls first before passing you on to me in studio. So when you do call, the first voice you will hear would not be this angelic voice, but that of the call screener. Not saying the call screener's voice is not angelic as well. Anyway, Mr. Zion is calling from GRA. Well, to the sunny side, Zion. Go ahead.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you. How do you do?
I'm so titillated.
Okay.
I think I'm cool.
Glad to hear that. Go ahead.
Growing up as a child is a taboo for a married woman body to even to be outside. In fact, even narrow down that they don't even shave their hair. You don't shave a married woman's hair. But after the church came, look at what happened to us. The church is a problem. The church took away what belonged to us. They stole from us. Look, in them days, our fathers will pour libation, praying for the community, doing sacrifices, including laying curses like this. If you touch a married woman, these are the consequences. If you venture, this is what will happen to you. And these things were with us. We saw them. But today, look at it. Amid the churches are everywhere. It's even happening in the church. As I'm talking to you, it's happening in the church. As a man, as a young man, at least I know that a woman can approach a guy, either married or not. Like now, a lot of ladies have approached me. Guy, I like you. Just be the father of my child.
Wow. Yeah, hot cake. That's what you're trying to say.
No, I'm just bringing for the benefit of the conversation.
Okay.
Now, no problem. But if a man approaches a married woman for this cause, my brother or my sister, it's a taboo.
All right.
There was once a program, a guy even called on radio, said that he loves sleeping with married women. And he has slept with a lot and is asking for help. What is wrong with us? So the women too should check themselves. The married women should check themselves.
Married women, check yourselves. Mbawa from Thai. Oh dear, so sorry we lost the call with you. So I've been made to understand that I am live. So Facebook page, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH is our Facebook handle. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. On X is at Nigeria Info PH. At Nigeria Info PH on X, Facebook page, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. The number again to call 0817 923 0002 and 087 923 0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number remains 0809 0306416. King Chicken face is low. Depends on how you present yourself and how your partner treats you. How you carry yourself. Interesting. What is behind the seemingly increasing audacious romantic advances and married individuals remains the question. Mighty from Stadium.
Of 7 years.
Hi, Mighty. Mighty.
They focus on married man.
Mighty.
Just let their wife. Women,
Mighty, can you hear me?
Like married women.
Okay, Mighty just wants to
You
go
get
ahead and
women
talk.
for as a young man for you to move on with his married women. If their husband just let them, of course, on young years. And when you approach their engagement, okay, 7 years, with 8 years, they know you. And continue to manage people that we assist them for one or another. That is one of the issues.
Okay, Mighty, you kept talking, and I don't even know what you were saying. I just started talking before I took your call. So, Mighty, I think you will have to establish your point from the very beginning.
Hello?
Mighty, can you hear me? Oh, dear.
Yes?
Okay, Mighty, I think you got me confused for a while. Vic from Rumukurushi, welcome to the Sunny Side, Victor. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, immorality is a thing that from the Bible. I want to bet you that the prophecy must come to pass. Even what you are seeing now is even small. The generation come. Immorality. But I wonder when some person use it to attack church. It doesn't have anything to do with church. It has to do with individuals. I don't know, if you want to go and serve the stop making church a problem. Why church should be a problem to very issue? Is this morality? Is it only the church or only? Is it not everywhere? Immorality is everywhere. It's in the book. Is it a thing of is it prophecy that must come to pass? What about women that have sleep with women, men sleeping with men? Yeah, immorality is bad. So somebody should use that church. I hate this madness.
Okay, immorality is everywhere, he says. Nigerian folk, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Turn
Turn off your radio set, please.
Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I've also done my finding about this issue, and I discovered that on 2 or 3, the same thing they complaining was these men feel that they can see, or they can go after marriage, or take those they can also do. So I guess it's not a criteria, or it's not a reason why you must do this. So that's one of the reasons also that it's not a man thing. That if man can do this, that women can also do it.
Okay. All right then. Thank you so much for calling. I see some messages on Facebook. Let me read them. Someone is asking, is Joyce no more the host of Sunnyside? Okay, I think this person is a Lagos Sunnyside fan. So this is Nigeria Info Port Harcourt, not Lagos. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, the subject at hand are this is due to one as anymore. It doesn't tackle it anymore. I want to work the box. She always wears short skirts, short gown, put chain on her leg, put earring on her nose. You can't differentiate between who is married and who is not married anymore. I'm not saying men are right to be doing this so very wrong. But even married men don't even just like married women anymore. Sometimes you'll be asking, are you married? Yeah, you say yes, I'm married.
Hold on. Let's assume that married women dress like married women anymore. I don't think there's a special dressing also for married men different from the dressing of single men. But when you approach a lady and she tells you she is married, why still bother her? When you approach a lady and you see a wedding band on her hand, why still bother the lady? When you clearly know this lady's husband, does it justify the fact that, because she doesn't dress like a married woman, that is why you should go ahead and approach her?
No, that doesn't justify issue at all.
Exactly.
What is wrong is what is wrong, no matter the approach you choose to take.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, generally, there are ways married women dress, or there are ways they carry themselves.
Okay.
Whether 8 years old, whether 15 years old, is married, there is a kind of way they behave. There are places they can no longer go. There are kind of dress they can no longer wear.
Okay.
Because they are married.
Okay, all right, thank you. If I want to continue with this back and forth with this last caller, I think it somehow relates to how someone rapes a lady and you people come out and say it's because of how the lady was dressed. There's something called preference. And to a large extent, I have seen husbands who do not mind their wives dressing in a particular manner. It's up to you to judge. It's up to you to judge the both of them. Go on social media and see what is happening there now. Husbands are going clubbing with their wives, wearing anything they are wearing. They are okay with it. They take pictures with the wife. They post it on their social media handle. The wife posts it on her social media handle. If they have a joint social media handle, the both of them together, post it there. So married women not dressing like married women, And no. Is that enough reason for you to clearly see that a woman is married and go after her? Nobody is talking about them but me. Someone put out a post yesterday and said, someone told him that the reason why he is still married to his wife and they have 4 kids together is because his side chick told him to continue in the marriage. And I'm like, wow. So you're even hiding the fact that you have side chick. Then that side chick is now a demeanor of what happens home. That's another problem. But you see the bottom line, people are not they used to hide the thing before, but now they are coming out openly. What is behind it? You could secretly admire somebody. Okay, look at someone like Omotala Jalade Kaide. You know what we call her? Young. Yeah, she's getting, I don't want to say she's getting old. She's advancing in age, but she still looks pretty. Now, a lot of you are crushing out. She's people's crush. Women crush when they are crushing. Ladies and guys are crushing. So it only ends at the crushing level. Oh, your die-hard fan. But when someone goes ahead now to say, see, I am desirous. Is that English correct? Wait, let me think about it again. I am desiring Omwala Jalade Ekinde. If she will say yes to me, do not mind. And her husband will even know. In short, Amotala is showing her husband and say, see what this person just sent this message to me. The husband probably will even carry the phone and say, would you stop chasing my wife? And then the person will now say, I like her now. What's going on here? It's a serious problem. It is a really serious problem. The boundaries, the lines, the fact that you do not care anymore, you throw caution to the wind and you go after someone's own. Sadiq Kehinde Abdurrahim is beginning of adultery. Both genders must learn to respect marriage institutions and avoid unnecessary complimentary on married individual. Thomas O'Kame says there's nothing like romance when there is no money. This other one says, hold on, just seconds please. Gates Watchmen say married women don't dress like married women. If married, you will understand. James Labrio personal page say, firstly, we people no longer marry for love and contentment like our mothers and fathers do, but marry for materialism and pleasure. Another state of hunger and evolving patterns of the society, as most of the Western culture has been adopted, and our culture being thrown away. Thank you. Someone says if you're married, you will understand. Okay, I am married actually, and I still find it hard to understand. Diddy, they play. Married men and women, they do pass now. The level of adultery now is over the roof. Christians send that in. Diddy, good afternoon. Your facial reaction while letting both them come together made me laugh. And one person that is afraid of calling people wives on phone or having unnecessary chats, because I see it as ungodly. This happens when the man lacks self-control and fear of God. Joshua Obong from Transmadi. Nigeria Info, good afternoon. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. Amugo from Port Harcourt says, hi Didi, thanks for the topic. We have so much infidelity these days because most married women no longer dress like married men. They wear revealing, sexy and skimpy clothes outside. Their behavior says, I'm available. The men have lost the respect for the sanctity of marriage. God help us. So let's assume I agree with you, Ugo. If a woman says I am available, but you know that that woman is someone's wife, is it enough reason to still go ahead and chase after the woman? Think about it. I'm not justifying the act in any way. Don't yes, you. I understand that like the men to that way, and it is their preference. And who are we to sit here and judge? But I don't know it is nothing. This let's go and chase her question. Why? Nigerian good afternoon.
I think what you ahead.
Exactly, that's question. No.
Now I'm leaving my husband. I mean, somewhere you can probably approach me and said, I'm married. See, there are times where you say no, and deep down somebody is able to interpret that no to mean, okay, you can still come along if you choose to. And there are ways you say no, and somebody will look deep down and say, oh, this actually means no, and if I go after her, she just might embarrass me. This is the thing. Otherwise, I don't think there's any sane human being
let me use the word man because what we're talking about now is mostly, even though the women do it, it is mostly men. Am I right, please?
Yeah.
Good. Now, if a man sees that a woman he is crushing on comes to say, Mister, I am married. Do not ever attempt this again for any reason. And every word she uses sends out seriousness. That means I mean what I'm saying 100%. Definitely that man will be insane.
To continue.
By every measure of the world, insane.
All right.
To still want to continue on that.
Right.
It's about choice and preference. And most times the ladies' response is like an invitation to say, okay, try harder, just maybe.
All right. Thank you so much. We're going to commercial break. We come back and continue.
Hello there. I've got great news for you. Air Peace is now flying direct to Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. Yes, from October 31st, 2023. It's not only a non-stop flight, but selling at an unbeatable fare of 699.
Anyway, we're still talking romantic advances towards married individuals. And I am still asking, what is behind the seemingly increasing audacious romantic advances at married individuals? A lot of you are trying to call the WhatsApp number. Please do not call the numbers earlier advertised instead. Back to your messages. I think I'll read the ones in WhatsApp and then I go back to Facebook. Didi, good afternoon. Because of Pentecostal mentality in Christian believed, Israel Idiong. I do not understand. I'm finding it difficult to understand. Gwoza Raymond says, good day, presenter. Please, is it right to correct a married woman on how she's dressed from Ahoda West? That's not what we are talking about. Don't even come and start shaking us to where we don't want to go to, please. Udoka says, because marriage is just a ceremonial thing these days. James Labria personal. Okay, I think I've seen this one. I have. There's some messages that are not popping up. I don't know why. So let me just go back to WhatsApp before I sort that one out. Didi, some people just don't have sense. Some people have a sense of entitlement and some others like a challenge. You've not seen some men who will openly approach an obviously pregnant woman who is wearing a wedding ring for sex? I have seen. Don't tell me about that one. Or a married woman who is fighting an unmarried one over an unmarried boyfriend. They are both sharing, physical fight in public. My darling, I have seen and heard. Anyway, some people who are trying to trespass are getting killed here in Abuja by angry husbands and wives. But because of the state of security in the country, people just assume they are random accidents or that somebody was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. Not every aggrieved spouse is interested in crying on social media or to the police. Anonymous send that in. Wow, I think I need to read more. I don't know what that caller means by dressing like a married woman. I wear play suits and shorts even outside the house. I have been married nearly 10 years and I am crazy about my husband. My husband saw very clearly what I like to wear before he approached me. And he likes it too. I have never worn a wrapper in my entire adult life and I don't intend to. When my now former designer said I needed to start dressing in ankle-length clothes, my husband didn't find it funny. And I knew that designer's days were numbered. As long as me and my husband are okay with the way I dress, nobody has a right to say anything. Face your own wife and impose your preferences on her. By the way, an unmarried woman has the right to say no. This one says, I wonder where people get their courage from. Even me as a single person, if I approach a lady and she says she's into a relationship, I will even apologize and say sorry for bothering you. Good afternoon from Emmanuel. Amsoki Fubara says, olden days, the men have seemingly had liberty to follow as more women as possibly and possibly marry more wives. For the unmarried women, I wonder what could be the reason for keeping extra affair. These days, we hear sugar mommy and sugar plus women having romantic affairs with women. Bad things in the world. Sad people try to justify why they do what they do. Please, people should be careful. There's a special way or style of dressing for a married woman and married man. Dear people, do not be deceived by social media vibes. Those social media could be deceptive. We'll come back to this after the news break. Stay tuned.
Nigeria Info, the talk station of the nation.